Okay, today we are here with the client, and the clinical situation of the client is she's here because her parents are getting divorced. This is also a scenario. Her parents are two dads. She's been raised in a homosexual household, and she feels like no one understands. And what the therapist is going to do in the video is obviously show and indicate collaborative therapy, going to use not knowing, honoring all stories, encouraging more storing, curiosity, informal, and have it just be a regular conversation rather than it being rigid or structured compared to other types of therapy. Okay, so here we go. Make sure I'm in there. Alright, well, do you want to tell me why you're here for therapy?
Well, I'm in high school, and high school's a hard time anyway, and now my dads are deciding that they're going to get divorced, and it's just really been stressing me out because I know a lot of parents are divorced, but it's different whenever it's two dads rather than a dad and a mom, because they've played different roles in my life, and I don't know, I just can't picture what my life is going to look like with them not being married.
Yeah, so what, do you have, any friends who have divorced parents as well?
Yeah, I have quite a few of them, but most of theirs happened while they were younger, which made a big difference because they didn't know different. But being 17, it's like, well, this has been my whole life, and now they're expecting this change, and they're expecting it to go smoothly, and I just don't see it like that.
Have they talked to you about, how things will be, like how time will be spent with each parent, and kind of how they're gonna kind of structure this with you,
Yeah, they haven't talked to me about that a lot. They've been trying to shield me from it, to be honest, to make sure that my feelings aren't hurt and I'm not getting too involved in it, and that's been really tough, just to never know what's going on.
So they're trying to protect you.
Yeah, they are. But it's frustrating because, I'm almost an adult, and I would like to be able to protect myself and learn to cope. I mean, I know it's going to be hard, but I just need them to trust that I'm a big girl and I can do this on my own, and I don't need them to hide things from me, because when I find out, it's even more upsetting knowing that I've been lied to.
Yeah. So you would rather know, the reasoning, and would you want to be informed of kind of why this is happening?
Yeah, I think it would give me a better understanding of why this is all happening, what happened with them, but I'm just getting the bare minimum, which is frustrating because it's hard to cope with it if you don't know what's happened, or you don't know, if one blames the other, or why they're so, stuck in this way of getting divorced. Could it have been fixed? I don't know, because they won't talk to me about it.
You want to know that they did everything they could to keep the family together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, what family wouldn't want to stay together if it were possible? So I've just been wishing that would happen, that they would open up to me, but so far they haven't.
Yeah. Were you completely blindsided by it, or did you see, issues? Did you see them fighting? Did you see any signs, before they actually told you?
I didn't see a lot of signs. They've always tried to shield me from things, so around me they've always been very, I don't know, just very together and on the same page. So I didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, which is also hard.
Yeah.
So I knew that they never had, like, the happiest marriage I've ever seen, but I didn't know that it was the way it is.
Yeah. So you were pretty, almost a little, would you say blindsided?
Yeah, I would say that. It's
Yeah.
been hard to cope with it when you don't expect it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I expected them to just come out with it, and I don't know. I thought if they were having issues, they would work on them, or we would all talk about it and work on them, rather than just throwing it on top of me as if I'm not struggling enough with school and college applications and things like that. And
Yeah.
it just makes me unmotivated, and I don't know, it's just not a good situation to be in.
Yeah, it seems like the timing is just happened to be, it's not like they planned it that way, but it just happens to be like it's at a time where you're about to embark on a whole new chapter in life, and you not only have to deal with, college applications and leaving home and leaving your friends and your family, you have to deal with, this big change, this big shift, and like you said, that's all you've known,
Mm-hmm.
so now you have to not only just kind of get used to the fact that, you gotta leave all that you know with high school and all your friends in your hometown, but you gotta, kind of get used to the fact that your parents will be separated.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other friends who also have gay parents?
Not really, no. I've talked to people, like, on the internet, but not
Mm-hmm.
any of my friends in person. But for a while, I just felt like I needed support, because not everybody understood what it was like to come from a family with two dads.
Yeah.
So it was nice to, even though I couldn't, like, physically be present with them, just to talk to people who understood and had been there. And that made it a lot easier. But I don't think any of their parents have been divorced, so that doesn't give me the opportunity to talk to them about it.
It still doesn't, yeah. So you get one side from friends who have, divorced parents, but they were divorced when they were younger, and it's a mom and a dad, but you're able to get some support from people online, but still it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I'm sure that must be difficult.
It's not easy, that's for sure. It's just been hard for people to understand where I'm coming from, which makes me not want to open up to people because nobody gets it.
Yeah.
And that hurts.
Yeah. I'm sure that must be really hard. All right, well, we will wrap it up for today, and we'll continue next week.
Okay.
Thank you.